Hey, it's Chris Menard. We'll start in 3 minutes at 1 o'clock. Hey, it's Chris Menard. We'll start in 3 minutes at 1 o'clock. Hey, welcome to my webinar on using Insights in Microsoft Excel. In case you're wondering what in the world is Insights, it came out in December 2017, and it's slowly rolling out. So if you don't have it now, you probably will soon. It's only for Office 365 subscribers. I'm gonna run through a few exercises on it. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got 12 months for the year, revenue, expenses, and profit. When I go to the Insert tab at the top, I can simply come right here to Insights and click. You have to have an internet connection for Insights to work. So it goes and immediately pulls all these charts without me doing anything, and it even selected my entire data range. So if I scroll down, total of 8 results, there they are. One little tip that I've figured out is I'm going to put in this chart right here and click on Insert Chart. Notice it's got blue and it's got orange. It seems to be those are the colors that Insights prefers to use. And I also happened, it's not 100% the case, but usually if there's blue and orange in a chart, it usually just creates just a chart. So let me hit Insert Chart. There it is. And here's what's nice about it. I can pull this and move it anywhere I want to. Let me resize it just a little bit. There you go. And I'm gonna test it. I'm in the month of March, which has 58. I'm gonna change it to 97, and it changed. Let's make it 125. There you go. I'm gonna go put another chart in. So I'm gonna scroll down. Notice that this chart only has blue, and it's a blue line chart. When I put this chart in, I already know from experience, it's actually going to make a pivot chart, not just a chart, a pivot chart. which means it's going to make the pivot table and then make the pivot chart, which is really cool. So watch this. Insert chart. It's going to make a new worksheet at the bottom of my screen too. It made it sheet 1. There's my pivot table. There's my pivot chart that it created. And I only want to see the last quarter of this year. So I'm going to hit this drop down, take the check mark out of select all, pick the last 3 months of the year. And there I go. I'm going to go back to, here's another nice feature, is when you go to insert insights and it pulls up on that task pane over on the right-hand side, if you come back over here, and let's say now I want to use, there's a show all here too. I'm going to scroll down and I want to pick, let's use this chart right here. It puts it back on the worksheet where the data initially was if it doesn't make it a pivot chart. So that's another cool feature that I like about it. Now, I do want to point out, I'm about to show you what I consider a little bug in it. When I'm in this chart and I come up here to Chart Tools Design, I can switch the row and the column in this chart. So I'm hitting switch row and column and it's swapping. I can also come in here and add data and the chart will change. If I go to select data, it picked up my data range for this chart. So in other words, this one's great. Here's one where to me, it's a little bug. I'm going to go to this other worksheet. I typed in January, pulled over to June, put in those 4 states. This will always stay here until you go back to Insert, Insights. Now it's going to pull up some different charts based on this data. I'm going to select this chart right here, and it should put a chart right here on my screen. Let me shrink down just a tad first. Perfect. The chart's there. It looks great. I'm happy. Here's the issue. If I go and add, if I insert a row, because we forgot to put in Arizona, and I'm going to keep all the numbers the same, 70. My chart did not pick up Arizona. It is not in this chart. I've got those other 4 states. This over here, I don't care about. This is a legend. You can click and delete it. If you want it back, Chart Tools, Design, Vertical. That's how they put that in there. No big deal. What I'm worried about is my state didn't pick up. Also, if you notice, switch row and column is grayed out, which tells me if I go to select data, it didn't pick up the chart data. It made the chart correctly, but it didn't do it. So you have to come in here and highlight. Let me do that one more time. You have to come in here and sometimes override insights. Now it has Arizona and hit OK. Now the chart is correct. So that's one little issue that bothers me. Let me go and do another one now. So I got rid of that chart. This one worked great. Now I got a lot of data. We did some surveys over the year 2017, and we asked people, I'm just making this up, what Microsoft program do you use most frequently during the day? And here are their responses. They could only pick one. So just to show you this, I have a total of 107 survey results in. They're all for the year 2017. We asked them also, what city in Georgia do you live in? This was a Georgia-only survey. So let me go to Insert, Insights. I'm not going to lie, I was a little disappointed in these results. And again, just from practice, I know this is going to make it in a pivot table, so let me go ahead and do it. It's going to count basically Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and Outlook. So I'm going to hit Insert Chart. It's going to put it on a new sheet at the bottom next to Sheet 1. We called it Sheet 2. The information is actually correct and accurate. I'm going to also scroll down, and here's the second one. I'm going to insert this one, and it's telling me that Excel has noticeably more survey results. I'm going to hit Insert Chart. It's going to make another pivot table. I'm going to copy this one because I want to compare them. Back on Sheet 2, I'm going to paste the image just so we can see it. What I want to point out is that's actually the same chart. So even though it gave me two results in Insights, that is the same information. But what is still, again, nice is it made the pivot table and it made the pivot chart, and I can come in here and say, I only want to see Excel and I only want to see PowerPoint. And there I go. I didn't have to do anything else except click on Insights and click on Insert Chart. So here's what I would do. In this example, this is a little trick for me. I was somewhat disappointed in the two results because clearly in column C, I have survey dates, and they truly are in a date format. The other spreadsheet I came from, it also had a date format. So I was a little disappointed that Insights didn't pick up at least the month and give me some type of month chart. So here's what I would do. And I don't think you should have to do this. But again, what I'm betting is Insights just came out. So it is new. I'm betting in 6 months to 9 months, everything's working correctly. So I'm going to go and insert 2 columns. And then I'm going to take the year function and figure out the year. Then I'm going to go use the month function and get the month out of that invoice date. And we want this to be general. So there's the year extracted. There is the month function. Let's go back to Insert, Insights, and let's see what we get instead of 2. Now we're talking. I got 15 results instead of 2 results by just breaking out that invoice date. And let's see what we have in here. Show all. So I got some more meaningful data now. This is actually pretty cool. This is what I was expecting. Let me go ahead and just click on one. Let me go back to the top. I know once again, I know I'm going to get a pivot chart. There I go. And what's also nice is if you know how to use pivot tables, when you click over in the pivot table, I closed that earlier. There you go. I could come over here and tweak this. So anyway, there's Insights in Microsoft Excel. Just so you know this, if I go to the word File and I go down to my account, there's my Office 365 subscription. There is the version and the build that I have. And I received Insights probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it did come out in December. So you should be getting this fairly soon if you have an Office 365 subscription. Microsoft even says on their support site, if you don't have it, just wait. There's nothing you can do. They'll roll it out to you. Anyway, I hope that helps. I appreciate your time. Thank you for attending the webinar. Email me if you have any questions.